Good day, everyone. So, in this laboratory activity here, this demonstrates how to use the PyTorch GradCam library to visualize where a convolutional neural network or CNN focuses its attention when making predictions. It supports the GradCam++, and the ScoreCam methods. Okay, so we will just have to get our data sets here. So we have the goldfish, beer, and the soldier. Okay, so then we need to install the GradCam here. So we will utilize the GradCam++, and the ScoreCam. And then what else? Obviously this one is um the libraries, no? So this code here essentially imports the PyTorch libraries and obviously the GradCam here, no? So the GradCam provides the implementations of the GradCam variants, and we utilize Matplotlib or lib for displaying the visual outputs. Okay, so okay, it already displayed here the functions um, of each libraries. Okay, so for the class cam visualizer, um, this class handles the loading of models, as you can see here, processing images, generating cams, and display results. Okay, and what is in this initialized part here, no? The init. Okay, so it loads the BGG16 model, and okay, then it sets the model to evaluation mode, and lastly, it chooses it targets the last convolutional layer. Okay, so as you can see, it's -1, the last one. Okay, so we choose the last convolutional layer as the target for the cams, no? Since cams work best on final feature maps. Okay, so next is what we have here is the preprocessed image. As you can see, it loads and preprocess an image to the shape and format expected by the BGG16. Okay, so it returns the input tensor for model input and the RGB image for visualization overlay. Okay, so it just return the same size image, but it's in the RGB format, and this one is the tensor one. Okay, for model input. Then what we have here is the generate cam. So it selects which cam algorithm to use, and it use the what else here? Okay, so it uses the context manager or risks this with function here, no, to ensure memory is released. Okay. Next is what else? Okay, so what we have here is it targets target layer here, no? So what is already assigned. Okay, classifier output, target category. Okay, so it specifies the target class. No example. What is the example here? Mm, Mm, Example here, output beer. Okay, what this is the target category is 294 for the ImageNet dataset. So brown beer or beer is 294. Okay. Okay, I already have an detailed definitions and usage of each functions here, no? So just read this one. So okay, so what else? Okay, generate cam. Okay, so I already tackled this one. Okay, show cam. So show cam is here. Well, just to visualize, no, displays the cam image using Matplotlib. Okay, and what else? Okay, here. So here is, well, it loads the image and process it. Well, obviously it will need to be pre-processed. So loops through each cam method and displays the output. So as you can see, so it targets the input tensor, the RGB image, and, well, just for just display, and targets category is 294. So as you can see, this is the output. Or, well, no, notice this the output for the GradCam. And as you can see, so this is the target prediction of how the neural network predicts that this one is a beer. So this one is the highest value here is this one. So, or this one, no, this gradient here. So as you can see, so if it says beer, so I think in my opinion, the neural network targeted its hands here, or its feet, or its fur, no? So it has an uh, high tendency of predicting a beer in this region. Okay, using GradCam. But if in GradCam plus plus, so this section is very in deep red, so highlights where the neural network predicts that this part only it can recognize this one is a beer. And this one also, no, the score comes, so it completes mostly the lower part of the image. Okay, so this already predicts that this region, um, well, it targets this region and predicts that uh, this one is a beer, no? So it is a collection of the lower part of the animal beer. Okay, so, well, what we have here. Okay, so we already have an explanation of each functions here, no? So, well, for creating a CAM visualizer object, so this lines creates an instance of the CAM visualizer that we have already implemented here, no? So we have a template here for CAM visualizer and assigns it to the variable beast. So the object will handle the visualization process. Well, just read this one, no? So what are the functions of each parameter? Okay. So, well, in summary, so this is just the representation of how the class maximization visualizing class maximization. So, well, this is the very end part of the neural network on classifying the image. Okay, so as you can see here, no, for this example for a goldfish, for this goldfish here, so it has well targeted here a very the whole body, somewhat the up the upper part body of a goldfish here. Okay, so it once the neural network activates activates, so it targets these regions here. So this region specifies that the neural network easily predicts class this one as a goldfish because of this region. So, well, as you can see in our last previous laboratory demonstration, um, as you can, if you want to check the learned, well, I can, I can reopen the last, okay, this one, the last activity. So, as you can see, this is the filtered, no, not filtered. So, this is the um, collection of all textures, edges, and lines of a goldfish. No? So um, as you can see here, so well, this is the collected features, no, that corresponds to this one. No? So well, this one is already activated. This one is activated. So most on this surreal image here, so the texture of of the scales of a goldfish well, it adds the uh it what you call this, it targets the scales, no, just to say this is one is a goldfish. For GradCam, well, for this one, when so it targets also the scales, okay, and also this one for the score cam. And for assault rifle, so well, for GradCam, I think because for this one, I think it almost it almost targets the face of the soldier because well, obviously, the this rifle is always let's say always existed, no, with a soldier. So somewhat in this section here, it targets within between this rifle and the soldier. And what we have here is when in GradCam plus ones GradCam plus plus. So it already targets the back um part. Well, if you want to see the filters of the collected features of the assault rifle, well, most of the features here captures the back of the rifle, no? And some of the middle part of the rifle. Okay, and some of them, I think it also collects the features of a human like the hands and I think other part, no, of the shoulder or the arm of the soldier, I think, in this case, no? So that's why it has kind of the prediction highlights here in this part, no, somewhat near in the face or some near on the hands. Okay, so as you can see in that last part, so well, it targets on the this part on the backside, no? So it has a high confidence here that this one is a rifle because, well, as you can see in the collected filters, so it emphasizes that the this back part of the rifle, well, we have 100% confident that this one is a rifle, no, in this case. Okay, so well, the filters, this one, no, so obviously in convolutional neural network, filters, textures, and abstract structures really helps in predicting the what will be the class, no, of such of an image for this example. Okay, so well, stay tuned for the activity for this one, no? The third part of the laboratory demonstration. Okay, so just stay tuned regarding to the exercises for this topic 4, and thank you for watching.